Welcome to Thursday's Lunch and Learn. This is what we call our Spark and Lunch and Learn. Great time for your questions to get answered. I know that we've got some new people here, so I do want to introduce myself. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program with the Shibboleth lifestyle. Come off all prescription medications, and I'm still shouting from the rooftop, bless the name of the Lord. I appreciate what the Lord has done in my life with these daily disciplines. They've totally changed my life. I'm very appreciative of our Shibboleth family, all the support that we give one another. We truly are friends helping friends. Friends and family, I guess we would say, helping one another. If you're brand new to our program, please ensure that you go through the fast track system. That system is laid out very well. It's very organized. Kim Danke and Sasha laid that beginners program out, and it's divided up into 7 laps. You go through the 7 laps, takes less than 2.5 hours, and then you take a little fun. It's just a fun test to let you know that you've learned from that degree what you need to, so that the stuff that we talk about in our more intermediate and advanced classes don't throw you for a loop. We need to learn that foundational nutrition, that approach, the daily disciplines, how to combine food. So please make sure that you watch the fast track videos, take the test, and earn the fast track badge. We know for a fact that those folks that earn the fast track badge get 3, maybe even more times the weight loss than those who just try to haphazardly go through the program. Do I have anybody here who's not yet? We're not going to get on to you. I just want to say hello. Do we have anyone here that has not yet gone through fast track and earned the fast track badge? Or is everyone here, you've earned the fast track badge? Belinda, great job. That's equivalent to fast track, getting the phase 1 badge. Great job. Fantastic job. Got a lot of folks that have earned the fast track. Good deal. We want to learn that. We want to really understand the potency of food combining as far as it relates to burning body fat. Food combining is very, very much underestimated in our culture. It's so important to control insulin so that we can target and easily remove unwanted body fat. Hey, Sherry, ditto is with Marla Curry. Hey, Marla. Hey, y'all. Hey, don't forget that, we've got that new thing we're doing this year, hopefully to recognize our achiever clients and also to help our little ministry continue its mission. And that is these t-shirts. This is Friday's t-shirt. This one's Hide and Watch Me. There's a backstory behind that. Hide and watch me. But this is our Friday t-shirt. After journaling 4 perfect Fridays in a row, you unlock the ability to own this Hide and Watch Me t-shirt. I really like this one. What do y'all think about this one? It's kind of cute. Hide and watch me. This, for me, everybody can attach the value they want. But for me, those little eyes, it's like a troll. You know those trolls? I've always got trolls. Anybody else got trolls always watching you and they don't want you to be successful? And if you you get some momentum, they want to see you trip and fall. Do y'all have anybody like that in your life? I've got tons of trolls in my life and I love them. They're very motivating. They keep me inspired. And I just tell them in spirit or face to face, hide and watch me. Don't think I can do it. Hide and watch me. Hide and watch me. I'm going to do it. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. We've got some topics today. Oh, and by the way, I digress. Monday through Sunday, we have a different t-shirt design for those that have 4 perfect Mondays, 4 perfect Tuesdays, so on and so forth. Those weekend t-shirts are a little harder to earn because people like to have their holiday meals or holidays on the weekend, but you can do it. Just have to decide, do, and it's done. I've been telling people for years, you don't believe I can do it? Hide and watch me. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me, and I know you can too. So we're going to have a little monologue here, and then we'll get into Q&A, and also the Shibboleth team, Joni and Kim Shibboleth, They asked me to answer some questions for some clients in regards to freebies and extras, and I will do my best to do that today. But before we get started, I just want to try to draw something from your well within that's already there. I just want you to be cognizant of it, particularly today, and that is, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So we always get folks during the week to say, I just am not motivated, I can't do it, or I don't have time, a lot of excuses. And what I want to say to you, and I started on this track last night, is you can be anything you want to be. This year, you can make a decision to be anything that you want to be. Nothing can stop you but your own mind. Principalities can't stop you. Powers can't stop you. The rulers of the darkness of this world can't stop you. Your friends and family can't stop you. No one can stop you and haven't ever stopped you from being what you want to be. When I approach you folks, I'm coming to you with a lot of respect for your power, your personal power. So when someone is telling me that they're not disciplined, or they don't have any desire or motivation, or they can't do it, or it's too hard, I'm sitting there thinking excuses. They have excusitis. Because I'm not going to believe in your weakness or your ineptness. That would make me an unfaithful person. I believe in your personal power when you walk in step with the Holy Spirit. There's nothing that you can't accomplish. And you can be anything that you want to be. Now, hear me out. Some folks may say, Travis, I won't ever be an NBA basketball player. You just told a fib. I'm 5'2" and 175-pound female. I'm not going to play basketball. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about you can be a football player, a basketball player, or an actress. Perhaps you could. Not telling you you can't. But when I say you can be anything that you want to be, I'm talking about character. You can be a courageous person, or you can be a coward. You can be a hardworking person, or you can be a slothful person. You can be a disciplined person, or you can be an overindulgent fool. You get to choose what you want to be. And whatever you choose, embrace it because you chose it. There's a lot of things that have happened to me and you and our lives that we didn't choose. There was a lot of things that I wanted to be that I didn't have the genetic makeup to be. I wanted to be a pro basketball player, right? When I was a kid, that was my fascination. I didn't have the talent. Even if I had worked as hard as one can imagine, most likely I wouldn't have had the genetic talent to ever do such a thing. We're not talking about those types of things today. We're talking about the kind of person that you want to be. What kind of person do you want to be? Hey, Charles Grant, good to have you today. What kind of person do you want to be? When you look in the mirror, and this might put you in a vulnerable spot here, but I'm going to put you in a vulnerable spot. When you look in the mirror, I don't want you typing in anything bad. When you look in the mirror, what kind of person, not do you see, but what kind of person do you want to see? Can y'all give me a few words on that before we get into the nutrition aspect of our Lunch and Learn today? What kind of person? I'll get it started. I want to be a person that is love, that is true, that is a love for, I want people to see love. I want to see love. I want to know that I haven't spent time concocting nefarious means to take from somebody or to hurt anyone or to press anyone down. I want to look in the mirror and know I am love. What about you? Onisha says, I want to be honest. I want to be kind. Healthy, loving, and strong, April says. Compassionate, loved, righteous, kind, self-disciplined, caring. Good job, Patricia. Want to be helpful, compassionate, a good listener. Yes. And I want to be courageous. I don't want to look in the mirror and say, look in my own eyes in that mirror, that reflection of me staring back at me and go, you're a lazy man. You're intellectually lazy and you're physically lazy. I don't want to look in that mirror and say, you're a coward to the extent that you hide from your problem. I want to be someone that, first of all, that God wanted me to be, that's trying to imitate Christ, but I want to be someone I can be proud of. And I want to work on that every single day. Now, as it relates to our health and wellness and us being overweight, when we look in the mirror, do you have positive feelings about yourself in your mind and heart? Or did some of you have hard feelings with yourself over the situation? I know I can't speak for everyone. I know when I would look in the mirror, even after I lost a lot of weight, I still seen Travis the fat boy, you know. And I wasn't very proud of myself. I knew that I was overindulgent and lazy, and I didn't even understand that it wasn't 100% laziness. It was also chemical releases from the brain due to sugar addiction. You know, there's a lot of things I didn't realize it was making my behavior modification journey more difficult. Sometimes hard feelings, not all the time. Here's the thing I want you to do, and I preach this a lot. I want y'all all to do this in spirit if you can't do it physically, but put your arms around yourself and say, you know, it's okay. I love myself. I am right now what I wanted to be. I'm what I wanted to be. Regardless of the state you're in, I don't want you beating yourself up. I want you to love yourself and say, I am exactly what I wanted to be. Travis, I'm not. I'm overweight. No. You miss it. You don't understand your own. You don't understand how things work if you think like that. When I was 300 pounds, instead of beating myself up, I should have loved myself and said, hey, it's what I wanted. I'm not going to whine and complain that I'm over 300 pounds and on all those prescription medications, because apparently it's what I wanted. What we want is not what we say, it's what everyone? We don't get what we say we want. There you go. We get what we do. So I got what I did. And there was, as we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now, there was a instantaneous reward that was pretty great. I got to eat what I wanted, when I wanted, as much as I wanted, as often as I wanted. Let's set aside the unintended consequences, the pain that came with the pleasure. But I got what I wanted. I'm a powerful person. And that power allowed me to seek out some scrumptious food every day. You know, that's why we call it Shibboleth. We call meals, snacks, and freebies and extras eating episodes. It's an event. And for me, eating was an event. It was my sole pleasure. There was no other pleasure like eating for me. And eating ice cream and cheesecake. Oh, and they bring it to the office and the donuts. And we didn't want to miss an opportunity on the way to work in the morning to stop at Martin's Biscuit and get me a biscuit and see. Yeah, I was going to acid reflux it up the rest of the day. But boy, I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Anybody else hear me? I know I'm still going to tell anybody else feel me. What I want to tell you is quit looking in the mirror and saying, let's do some reverse psychology. Quit looking in the mirror and going, I just don't have no discipline, Brother Travis. I'm so weak, Brother Travis. Don't do that. You're not being truthful. Somebody said when they look in the mirror, they want to see honesty. I want you to have some honesty today. And I want you to realize you were powerful then. You're powerful now. You've got exactly what you want. Travis, I want, yeah, you're right. I do want the food. I do want to overindulge in it. It solves my problems regarding boredom and stress and anxiety. I do want it, but I also want to be healthy. Hey, you can't have both. You can't eat what you want, when you want, as much as you want, and as often as you want, and also maintain your health. So you're not weak, you're powerful. You have decided, this is what I want. I want instant gratification. I love the way it loves me back. It tastes good, mouth pleasure, mouth orgasms all day long. I love it. Good. That's good. I'm proud of you. You're powerful. Now, how many of you have decided today or recently that this isn't what you want anymore? This is not what you want anymore. Anybody? This not, I wanted it. I don't want it anymore. And you've decided what you want. I can't speak for you. I can speak about my journey. I decided that I wanted self-confidence, and I wasn't going to get it eating all that I wanted every day. I wanted self-confidence. I wanted self-esteem. I wanted abs, Nicole, and I got them. I only got a 4-pack right now. I got to drop another 10 to get that 6-pack back. I never thought I'd have abs. There was just a layer of fat covering them. They were under there the whole time. I want those abs. I want my wife to be proud of me. I want my children to be proud of me. I want to be proud of myself. I want God to be proud of me. God's going to love me whether I'm 500 pounds or 200 pounds. But when I feel good, I certainly live more in step with the Holy Spirit. I certainly draw more nigh to God. I quit hiding from God because I started feeling better about myself. I wasn't walking around in shame all the time. The devil couldn't use my size against me anymore. It's the devil that's the accuser. So I decided I want something different. I want something new. This life comes with an expiration date. And I don't want to spend all of my time here on this earth living just for food. I wanted to try something different. Food, been there, done that. I wanted something new. I wanted all that God, and still do, all that God has for me. So what I had to do was a little thing that starts with an R. Does anybody know what I mean? There you go, Onisha. I had to repent. I was going in the wrong direction. It's okay, going with my bad self. But I was getting stuff I didn't want. So I used all that power to turn 180 degrees and go in a new direction. And I counted the cost before I ever started the lifestyle because I knew I would not be able to be perfect every day for the rest of my life. So we built in holidays so that every reasonable human, someone told me yesterday, they said, there's just not enough variety on the plan. And I lost weight. I ate the same few things every day, only a few different things, and I lost weight. But it was just terrible because I didn't have any variety. Well, I could argue that was not a reasonable conclusion because there's thousands of meal ideas. But I want to argue this point today. So that person, even if that were true, Even if it were true, and there was only, say, seven meals, 7 different types of meals, not 7,000 like we have, but 7 different meals. There's only 7 meals that I could have to lose weight, feel great. It still would be an easy plan if there was only 3 meals that you could have. Because of this, how many holidays do we get per month, everybody, where we can eat what we want, when we want, as much as we want? 6 when we're trying to lose weight, and 12 when we're in maintenance. So if I just bust my tail and get there fast, if I get to the wellness range very, very rapidly, I'm going to get almost half the month to eat what I want. Why would it be a problem for me to only get 3 different meal types the rest of the month? Do y'all see that we've made food our God? And food is a miserable comforter, much less a good God. Our relationship with food has led us astray. Our relationship with ourselves, telling ourselves we're so weak and undone, we may not be able to change. No, you used your personal power to get into the situation you're in. You made these decisions, and you can make the opposite decision to get out of this mess. The Bible says that we can move mountains by our faith. But you got to have faith. You got to have a why. You got to have purpose and be on point daily, and you got to have faith. You can do it. If you haven't done it, celebrate the fact it's just because you don't want to do it. You're a free person. Apostle Paul said, hey, I'm free. I'm not going to let anybody tell me I can't have liberties with anything. He said, but I will not be enslaved to anything. All things are lawful to you, but not all things are expedient. Do I have any born-again Christians here? Any born-again folks? We're about to shift over to nutrition, maybe. Any born-again folk? If you're truly born again, I got news for you. I got news, good news. You're free. When the Son sets you free, you're free indeed. Your life is hid in the life of Christ. Now, if you say, well, hey, I'm free, I've got liberties, and I want to eat I just want to eat all the time. Is that going to separate me from the love of God? It might in your own mind and heart, but not as far as God is concerned. Your life is hid in the life of Christ. However, do you want to enjoy the full joy of your salvation? Yes or no? When I am not doing my best to live a moderate lifestyle and doing my best to stay unenslaved to the world, I don't enjoy the full joy of my salvation. Does anybody know what I'm talking about, enjoying the full joy? Has anybody ever been drunk on the new wine? Anybody ever been drunk on the Holy Spirit? You can't get there if you're out of sync with the Holy Spirit. You'll never feel that freedom where you run around outside praising God with tears streaming down. You won't do that if you're not doing your best to live a life that's only enslaved to Christ. Every one of us should be living and eating today unto the Lord. Eating breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, and dinner for the Holy Ghost. And watch God bless. Your faith will be increased. Mountains in your life will be moved. They'll have to get out of your way. Because you know in your own heart that you're living under Christ and your faith has been increased. So I hope today that you will, with me, take one day at a time and do your best to live these daily disciplines and principles and watch that body fat fall off your body. You're still going to get plenty of holidays to enjoy food for not just sustenance, but celebratory reasons. We leave nothing out. You've got hold of a great people here. You've got hold of a great lifestyle here. Now, all you got to do is find it within to work the plan. And if you don't work the plan, don't get down. Just celebrate. Hey, I've got power and I'm choosing not to do this plan right now. I'm choosing to eat myself into oblivion. Okay. All right. Takes one to know one. I've been there too, y'all. All right. So before we get into the questions that the support team wanted me to answer today, do y'all have any questions about any of our challenges or nutrition or anything before we talk about meals, snacks, and freebies and extras? Anybody? Lunch and Learn is a great time for us to further personalize your version of Shibboleth. We all start off with the same plan, but that's why it's called My Shibboleth. The further we go, the more we can personalize it for ourselves. So any questions today? If you're on Facebook right now watching, I can't see the chat. Hopefully one of our team members are there too. I won't be able to check the chat till after this class. My phone went dead right before I came in. Yeah, we record this, Angelia. We record this. We record our Lunch and Learns, and then my team puts them in the My Shibboleth website as soon as they download them and edit some of my long-windedness out, and then they add it to the website. So yeah. I got the core. Marla says, I got the Coreplex vitamins. Are they good? Yes, they're an excellent vitamin. I think one of the safest and one of the most bioavailable vitamins on the market. So that's a good one. That'll fill in any nutrient deficiencies you have. So great choice there. If you are also, Marla, I don't know if you are, I'm just throwing this out there. If you also take MNS, you want to save your Coreplex. Metabolic nutrition system has adaptogenic herbs, weight loss herbs, but it also has Coreplex and Omegaplex in it. So you don't want to double up. That would be too much. That would be overkill. But right now, if you're only taking one supplement and it's a vitamin, that's a good vitamin to take. I love Coreplex. Sheila, could you expound on that? You say, explain the exercises. I did 100 chair push-ups. You may have further in the thread, but could you expound on that? I'm not sure I understand if there's a question in that. Thank you, Joni. How are we to journal the fiber on the detox challenge? Is it an extra? You'll see if you look in my journal, because it's my Shibboleth, I personalize my program. It depends on how low I'm trying to keep my food intake during the day. You'll see in the past where I've called it a meal episode. But the best thing to call it is an extra or a supplement. An extra or a supplement. It really doesn't matter. Some things will have more than one label we can attach to them based upon the restrictiveness we're trying to travel our Shibboleth journey with. Hey, Marla, Fibotrim I love. Fibotrim I usually take right before I have a holiday meal. And what Fibotrim does is bind to a lot of the fats so that all of the fats from that meal are not absorbed. And it causes you to have less fat storage. Same thing with Carbees, except for it doesn't block fat, it blocks carbs. So I take Carbees Plus and Fibotrim before my challah meals, or even a couple times if I'm having a full-on Georgia's playing Saturday, that kind of day, and I'm going to be holidaying it all day, then of course I'll take Fibotrim and Carbees Plus a couple of times that day. They really help you get back in efficient fat burning faster through blocking the carb absorption and blocking the fat absorption. I don't take them. I do not take those two on a perfect day. What are reps consisted of? Is it sets of exercise? So let's talk about, let me see, I think I got, watch, I'll just use an example. I've got some like office equipment that I use, take little breaks, and I'll do. This is a chest expander. It's an exercise device that works the chest. I'll sit in here in the office. So Let's say this is your push-up or your squats or whatever. So when I squeeze this, that's 1 repetition. So if I do 3 of these, that's 3 repetitions. Now, for time's sake, I'm not going to do a full set, but a full set of these would be anywhere from 12 to 20. I'm trying to get a pump in the muscle, get blood flow to the chest and to the arms and whatnot. So I probably do 1, 2, 3, 12 of these. And then when I stop, that's 1 set. So that's a set. I did 12 repetitions and I stopped. That's 1 set. Then, all right, I'm going to do another set. I've rested and recovered for 2 minutes, and I'm going to do 12 more. And I do 12 more. Now it's 2 sets of 12. For strength training, depending on what the goals are, just to be brief and efficient here with the answer, there's a lot. You can spend 2 or 3 hours on this. But what I would suggest for beginners is to do 4 sets of an exercise with 12 repetitions, 4 sets of 12. Hope that helps. And then I'll log all that in my journal. Diane, hey, my good friend. Is exercise required for the detox challenge? It's not. It's recommended, but it's not required. You'll get a lot of benefits from the detox. We did recommend 10,000 steps, but it's not mandatory. The detox challenge is not a tap out challenge. It's a do your best challenge. Follow the meal plan is the main thing. Follow the daily discipline rules is the main thing. Take your supplements is the main thing. Get through your 10 days and we'll have that metabolism ready to get it optimized. So exercise will help. We want to sweat. If you remember, part of the rules was PSP, pee, sweat, poop. We want to try to break a sweat every day. A brisk walk is recommended to do that, but exercise is not required for the challenge, the detox challenge. Sheila, yes, if you log your exercises in the exercise section, it does count towards the challenges that you're involved with. But you have to log them so that the system can pick it up. All right, Jennifer, I have a question. I am doing the detox and Tiger's Eye walking challenges. Congratulations. Glad to have you on board with us. On each column in the food list, can you combine more than 1 line in each column when having the 3 eating episodes? You're going to have to clarify as well, I believe. I'm not understanding. Are you saying where you've got meal ideas? You've got meal ideas and you want to have 2 meals at one time? Is it? I'm not sure what you're saying. Or interchange some things. Can you expound on that a little bit? Hey, Pam. Trying to catch me in that 28-degree weather. I've got a little advantage on you. It's in the 60s and beautiful here. But I noticed that you're coming up. You're giving everybody a run for their money. I knew you would, you little vicious. You like a Wolverine. That's my favorite character, by the way. I knew you'd come for me. Good to have you. Diane, how many bio coffee can I have a day? I love this stuff. Well, the way we counted on the and Diane, just so everybody else hears me, y'all know I'm always cautious when I hear how many can I have. Let's all remember that this is a weight loss program. So we want to have the minimum amount with the minimum amount of food with the most robust amount of nutrients. Now, to answer that question specifically, as it relates to the program, bio coffee is best by itself utilized as a snack. 1 bio coffee is half of 1 snack. We don't want you to have 2 bio coffee, but if you were working the program to the max, meaning you were trying to get away with as much as you could get away with, which means you won't lose as much weight as you could, but you'll still lose weight if you follow the rules. A bio coffee is a half a snack. 2 of them counts as 1 snack. Ding, 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 teaching moment. Bio coffee has tapioca starch in it. And bio coffee is also an excellent way, assuming your doctor clears it, is an excellent way for our folks that deal with low blood sugar episodes. Excellent way to moderately get that sugar back up without provoking too much fat bust. So keep that in mind. Ding, 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 teaching moment. The better way to drink bio coffee if you're trying to lose a maximum amount of body fat is to take bio coffee and mix it with either Coco Ringa, Healthwise Hot Chocolate, or Beverly Ultimate Muscle Provider. If you do that, then it counts as a meal, but it's very sustaining and you'll get great results from it. But the protein in those other products will blunt the effects of that tapioca starch some. Let me know if I need to expound further, Diane. Good job, Sheila. 10 sets of 10 push-ups, that's 100 push-ups. Way to go. I hope you logged that in. That's awesome. Great work. Angelia, where can you sign up for what? Are you talking about the detox? Let me know. I'm scrolling down. You may answer it. You may ask later, but I'm scrolling in order. Like coffee, egg whites, and strawberries. I'm still a little lost. If it gives you a meal idea, I would prefer that you stick with that meal idea. Now, if you're wanting to take components from other meals and add it to a meal, we can look at it. The best place to ask that would be in the support group for the detox or the walking challenge. Ask in there your specific question. Can I have this? Now, to answer that, you want coffee, egg whites, and strawberry. That would be fine to have as a meal episode. Egg whites are category 1. Berries are category 5. We wouldn't normally do that, but berries in general are a perfect pairing food. Berries are. So to put them with any lean protein is fine, as long as you're not baptizing your coffee with sugar and unapproved sweeteners. That sounds like a good meal episode for either of the challenges. Patricia, you've done great with your step challenge. Yep. I'm just right now, I don't know if you can tell, girlfriend, I am on a mission. I hope you can see my numbers and you can say, "Ooh, Travis is back," because I'm on a mission right now. I could whip a bear with a switch in the Lord. Yeah, Diane, each bio coffee has 70 calories, but that's not, it's a great product. We got to be careful with the product. I brought it on because it can help our diabetic family while they're trying to lose weight. It's an alkaline coffee. People that need coffee with no caffeine, boom. It's wheatgrasses in there for antioxidant power, and it helps with regularity. That's why I brought it on. But it has tapioca starch in it, so it can cause a little slowdown in your fat loss unless you're using it as a meal episode combined with a higher protein substance. Annette, can you have 2 teaspoons of hemp seeds with an orange for lunch if calorie count is low? This is for you and you alone. Even though everybody else is listening, we're going to make a perfect pairing for you. Okay? So if that's something that you really would do and you really desire it, 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts with an orange for lunch would be, let's call that a perfect pairing. I would say no if it was another fat source that you were putting with it, but because of all that fiber in the hemp seed and that protein, the good fatty acids, I think you'll be fine doing it before 4 p.m. with an orange. So now you personally have a meal episode that's a perfect pairing that you can put in your repertoire. Patricia is asking which of the 3 better for wellness. Please expound on that. I don't understand the question. I'm sorry if I'm just out of sorts. I don't think I'm out of sorts. I'm just not understanding. So, which of the 3 better for wellness? I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that yet. Bio coffee and cocoa ringa together is an excellent meal episode. Now, you might say it's under 200 calories. Why not a snack? You could do it as a snack. But again, as we're going to discuss in a few minutes, clients tend to want the maximum amount of calories they can get in and still lose weight. And if that's what your goal is, you could have that as a snack. But for me, I try to stick to 3 eating episodes, whether they're meals or snacks or whatever. I just don't want to have more than 3 eating episodes a day. So it just depends on what your goals are. You could use that as a meal like I would, or you could use that as a snack. Jennifer, now I see this a lot. This might help other people. Jennifer's doing that thing to me. I only got 599 calories for the entire day with only picking one item in each column. When you say one item, though, let me go over there, Jennifer, because I don't think I'm trekking with you at all. But when you say you only get 599 calories, that scares people that are watching. And I know you're not meaning to do that, so I want to expound. This is not that kind of low calorie program. Now, fasting is very beneficial. We don't want to do it weeks at a time. And what you're doing there is a type of fast. You did not eat all that you could eat. Okay. So that one day, that outlier day of you having 599 calories when your maintenance level of calories is probably around 1,500, that isn't going to hurt you. It's going to help you. But we don't want other people to think, oh my gosh, no wonder people's losing weight. They're only eating 500 calories. That's not what you do every day. This was an outlier, right, everybody? This was something you did one day. Now, when you say that you're just only eating 599 calories, only picking one item, I'm still not understanding. Please forgive me, friend. I'm not understanding. Do you mean that you want to choose 2 meals from the list for one meal, like one meal episode? You want 2? Let me pull it up. I feel like it's my fault. I'm not understanding you. Let me get this up real quick. And for those new folks here, what she's talking about is a challenge. It is not our lifestyle. We cannot live on 5. It's just not fun to live off 599 calories a day. We're not asking anyone to do that. She's participating in challenges. So it's going to be a little different for her because she's got some meal ideas that she's looking at. So I'm going to the detox. And then I'm going to the challenge resources. And then it says breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now, was it Sheila? I believe it was Sheila. So Sheila, are you saying that instead of having just egg whites and grapefruit, you might want to have egg whites, grapefruit, and something else from the list? Is that what you're saying? I'd prefer you not do that. Even though you only got in 599 calories yesterday, I don't really want to see you double up because we're trying to detox, right? If you were only doing Tiger, I might say if that's something you really want to do, go for it. But I don't believe you should do that with a detox. One of the ways to detox the body is nothing but water. That's the best detox for the body over a few days. But most people get really ill or their blood sugar drops too low. So we're including some food for you to choose here. So therefore, the calories are going to be lower than a maintenance level normally, because the best way to help the body detox is to not inundate it with food. And remember, this is just a 10-day challenge. It's just a 10-day challenge. We can do anything for 10 days. And the purpose and scope of this challenge, if we're doing the detox, is to detoxify the body. Very hard to do if we're keeping our gut full. So I don't want you to be too alarmed by one day of low calories or 10 days of low calories, because then we're going to optimize our digestive system and be ready to boost our metabolism and start back eating normally with the Shibboleth lifestyle. What do we do if our blood sugar drops? Advocare Rehydrate is a good option, Miss Jennifer. Another option, now you need to speak with your physician. Let me back up. No, don't listen to me, okay? That is a medical question. I'm not a doctor. Please refer to your doctor. Now, you can tell your doctor, here's some things that Travis does. If he has low blood sugar episodes, can I do them too? Because what's right for me may not be right for you. Advocare Rehydrate, a bio coffee, and an apple, orange, or berries. Those are good options. A tablespoon of peanut butter and company peanut butter. That's a good option. Hemp crumbles. It's like granola, but it's called hemp crumbles. Another good way to get your blood sugar up if you're experiencing a low blood sugar episode. With cocoa, which health-wise cocoa or UMP? Any health-wise cappuccino, any health-wise hot chocolate, any flavor of UMP, Cocoa Ringa, Bio Coffee, health-wise hot chocolate, Beverly UMP, health-wise cappuccino, they're all interchangeable. Yeah, I don't stress about calories either, Diane. I just follow the Bulletproof Shield. I keep an eye on my calories, but it's really, Diane, I really count calories only on my holidays because I've learned I used to eat a surplus of calories. Like everybody understand, to lose body fat, you don't have to have a calorie deficit today. You got to have one cumulatively over the week, the month, the year. You got to operate in a calorie deficit. If I operate in a calorie deficit, see if this math makes sense to y'all, right? So if Monday through Friday, I'm perfect. Let's say that I can have 2,000 calories a day for maintenance. And I take 1,500 in every day for 5 days. What calorie deficit am I in after 5 days? If I'm in a 500 calorie deficit for 5 days, what kind of calorie deficit am I then in at the end of 5 days? $2,500. How many calories are stored in 1 pound of fat? 3,500. So I'm down about 2/3 of a pound of fat in 5 days. Now on Friday night, let's say Friday night, I go out and I have 3,000 calories. And then Saturday, I hog trough it and I have another 3,000 calories. In those 2 days, I just eliminated my calorie deficit and I haven't lost any after all that hard work. You follow me? We need a cumulative calorie deficit and we need to control insulin. So important. Hang tight. I got to get back to where we were at here. So what I learned over a long period of time was, because when I follow the Shibboleth Shield, I'm in a calorie deficit. So it was my holidays where I'd get in trouble. And what I learned was on my holidays, if I still stay below my maintenance level of calories, I never miss a beat. I don't have to worry about those wild fluctuations on the scales because I'm carbon up or way over my calorie range. I don't have to worry about that. Even though I spike insulin on a holiday, by keeping my calories at maintenance level or below, even on a holiday, I can see some good consistent results without huge wild swings. So I only really pay attention to calories on my holidays. Not that you have to, we're just not a calorie counting program. I just keep an eye on them. Jennifer, I had a blood sugar drop way too low yesterday. I did not know what to do. Please go to your physician. Your safety, Jennifer, is of the utmost importance to us. And it's really difficult to counsel via a Zoom meeting. I suspect you need to take our plan to your doctor. At the bottom of the website, because you could get yourself in some real jams if you're having low blood sugar episodes and you don't have someone there with you to counsel you all the time. So if you will go to the website and you will find letter to my doctor, okay? And then when you click that, print this off or show your doctor or send this link over to your doctor and say, hey, here is the Shibboleth program and the foods that they espouse. Are there any foods here I shouldn't be having? And when I am eating these foods, if I have a low blood sugar drop, what should I do and which of these foods should I eat? I would feel a lot more comfortable because we need a medical expert to help our clients that have these underlying problems that are very serious. You having a low blood sugar episode, that's very dangerous, okay? So please consult your physician, please. Make sure that they're okay with what we're teaching you and telling you for your safety. Good. You did ask the doctor and he said rehydrate's good. Good. I'd go with that one for sure. Can we eat almond butter on the step challenge? Sheila, did you look to see if almond butter's on the list? Let's go and take a look and see if almond butter is on the list. That's what we want to do because it's a challenge. Now we know for our new folks that peanut butter is a part of our program. It's allowed on the program. But when we're doing a challenge, what differentiates a challenge from the regular program is just that. We're focusing for self-discipline reasons, to exercise discipline, to build discipline. We're narrowing our focus. So let's go and take a look at it. I'm going to go to the Tiger Step Challenge. I'm going to go to my resources. And if I can find peanut butter on here, I can have peanut butter. Now, I found some peanut butter. It says Mighty Muffin with 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. Well, it's not peanut butter, it's almond butter. So I would conclude with you that, yeah, that would be fine. It's a nut butter, that'll work. So you could do it in this combination. But if peanut butter is not listed in such a way if you want to have peanut butter outside of these ideas, you shouldn't for the purpose of the challenge, because part of a challenge is exercising self-discipline, which is something in this overindulgent culture that most of us never get a chance to do. So our self-discipline muscles becomes very weak. And that's what we're up against. Challenges aren't just about the weight loss and the nutrition. There's a lot of things that we could add to this challenge and you'd still lose weight. Ding, 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 teaching moment. When we do a challenge, there's always requests for more food to the point sometimes it just starts looking like regular Shibboleth. Then just do regular Shibboleth, because the challenge is also about you not being able to have everything you want. Does that make sense, everybody? The challenges are also about you learning to say no to self. Now, I'm not picking on anybody. That was my battle. That was a big battle for me. I could never say no to myself. And I had to learn to say no to myself and exercise discipline. Well, Jennifer, what you're throwing at me there with the low blood sugar drop. So now remember, when we have a low blood sugar drop, we're done with the challenge. We're not worried about the challenge when our physical body's in harm's way. So in that case, you do what you need to do to get your blood sugar up. We don't want you having low blood sugar episodes and saying, but I'm on a challenge, I can't have anything, so I'm going to sit here and die. No, please don't do that. We love you. Don't do that. No. You opt out temporarily. Don't tap out. You're doing your best. You're having a medical issue. The doctor's told you what to do. Subscribe to what the doctor told you. Get that rehydrate. Get something off plan even. Get your blood sugar back up, okay? That makes sense? You get me worried about your health over here, and I'm not a doctor. I'm just a little sports nutrition consultant. Oh, I know. I'm being fun with everybody too, Jennifer. I just worry about our folks because sometimes some of y'all are so gritty, you'll get yourself in a pickle, and you say, I'm not going to tap out, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pace out. No, we don't want you to be that way. We want you to take care of your body, take care of yourself. See, the thing about weight loss is if you think you're going to lose it and then you're going to you're going to get this done and you're done with it. No, you got to be doing this the rest of your life. So this is a journey. There's no quick fix. So if you have a day where you're having low blood sugar episodes and you need moderately, here's the thing. People use a low blood sugar episode to eat a whole jar of peanut butter, not a tablespoon of peanut butter. Y'all feel me? That's what happens. So we don't want you doing that. It's you just have what you need, do your best, and then get back on plan. This is a journey. It will be a lifelong journey. I started working on weight loss and wellness for my own self 30 years ago. It took me 10 years to finally figure things out. And then I really got started 20 years ago, and I'm still doing it now. Look at me. I'm still battling it too. I'm still learning and growing and working on my behaviors. And, you know, it's just a lifelong journey, a good journey. Are hemp flakes and crumbles the same? They are not. Hemp flakes are somewhat defatted versions of hemp hearts, less fat in a hemp flake than a hemp heart. And the crumbles are like granola. They're very sweet. The crumbles are best used because they are delicious. They're high calorie though. They're best used for folks in maintenance as granola, as an energy resource before a workout, or during weight loss for our diabetic clients, assuming their doctor agrees, because it will elevate your blood sugar. Not rapidly or not too high, because there's a lot of protein and fiber in our hemp crumbles, but will moderately elevate your blood sugar, get you to feeling better, and get your energy restored. Hemp flakes are a category 1+2. Crumbles are really a snack. Anybody else? Any other questions about the Shibboleth lifestyle? Well, the support team asked me to answer some questions today about meals, snacks, and extras. Because we've went over an hour, we will reserve that for our next Lunch and Learn. And we'll talk about when you should have condiments, when you should have extras. The reason we need to unpack that is the team are seeing a lot of clients really pushing the borders and the boundaries. We've even got clients in their journal having meal replacements that are a meal replacement, and then also adding lots of condiments and extras and things like that. And that's really not the best path forward if one wants to lose body fat. You can do it. Shibboleth allows for all-day grazing, but you're not going to lose a lot of weight if you're grazing all day on extras and freebies, and you're trying to get the maximum amount of food that you can get. What we want to work towards, and we'll go over this in detail next Lunch and Learn, what we want to work towards is 3 eating episodes a day on a portion control plate. That's what we want to work toward, with no grazing. Grazing is killing America. The next Lunch and Learn, next week's Lunch and Learn are at Monday at noon, Tuesday at noon, Thursday at noon next week. Brenda says, I'm at Chick-fil-A today and I wanted the 12-piece nuggets. And my husband said, you can only have 8. Good job, husband. Now you can have 12 grilled nuggets, but if they're fried nuggets, you can only have 8. Good catch, hubby. Darren, hey Darren, good to have you back. I've missed connecting with you, my brother. Good to see you in the year and see you virtually in the year 2022. Best kinds of meals and supplements to help with arthritis and inflammation. Number 1, it's not a meal or a supplement. It is fasting. Intermittent fasting, 3 or less eating episodes every day, intermittent fasting, 16-hour fast or more. That's critical. If you want to reduce arthritis and chronic inflammation, that's where we start. We get a real 0-calorie fast, minimally 16 hours a day. Next, not a food, not a supplement, water. Drink your water. Getting in a half gallon to a gallon of water. Next, if we're looking towards supplements as a help now to help us battle arthritis and chronic inflammation, we're looking for omega-3 fish oils. We want our fish oil. That's a beautiful supplement if you take it consistently, along with controlling sugar and insulin. By default, if you have perfect days and you're not going over 6 holidays a month, you're controlling insulin. Insulin is what is causing your chronic inflammation due to, sugar and starch is the real reason. So when you're spiking insulin all the time, growth hormone, you're eating lots of sugar and starch, that causes the body to increase its production of low density lipids, therefore propagating chronic inflammation. So those are the keys for success there. You'll reduce your bad cholesterol by following my advice, and you'll also reduce chronic inflammation if you give your body time, every cell in your body time. If you're consistent with the plan, then you give your body from a cellular standpoint time to degenerate and regenerate healthfully a couple of times, and then you'll start seeing some help there. Pam says, tomorrow's my 38th, 38 years. You've almost served 2 life sentences. Great job. Tomorrow's my 38th wedding anniversary, so Saturday we'll be dining out, but still holding strong. Good job. Tammy, hey, is there anything that will help increase testosterone levels? If someone is dealing with, there are foods, any food that has zinc, like oysters. Oysters are good for that. So that's beneficial from a supplement standpoint. I can go grab one and show you that helps naturally with your testosterone production, simply because it reduces estrogen production. So you get a better ratio of T production. But what I tell people, if they're really dealing with low T, if you're really dealing with that, please go see an endocrinologist. And it might be a good time to look at getting some testosterone cypionate, but you need to get your T levels checked. That's going to be the best route for someone who their body just isn't producing much testosterone anymore. So I would see an endocrinologist. And let me grab that supplement. I'll show you the one I've been using. Seems to work. This is the one I've been using. I don't like the name, particularly the name of it. Not that I don't like the name of it. It just sounds a little marketing cheesy. But I've tried a lot of testosterone supplements, and this one seems to work the best for me. Of course, I can tell in, never mind, I'm not going to tell you I can tell. Testalize. It's from Species. I believe the guy's name who founded the company, Dave Colombo or something like that. But anyway, it's a bodybuilder product. You'd want to run this by your physician before you take it, especially if you're female. But Testalize is the one that I've been using, and I've tried several, and I've never had anything more than a placebo effect with those. This one seems to have measurable impact on my testosterone levels. I have very low T, so I take Testalize. On the detox, are we to journal weight every day? That's a personal preference, Patricia. It's up to you. I weigh every day. I've got the Rimfo app, and it syncs, and then I'll put my weight in my Shibboleth a couple times a week maybe. But it's up to you. It's a personal thing. It doesn't matter. You do have to put your weight in when you start the challenge, and you have to put it in after the challenge is over. Does moringa have enough calories to consider it breaking your 16-hour fast? It does indeed, yes. If you're having moringa, I would count that as a break in the fast. Yeah. Still a perfect day if you follow the bulletproof shield otherwise. You just didn't get the Tiger 16. Anybody else? Anybody get any help today? Is it any good class, bad class? Get what you need. All hearts and minds clear. If eating from meal plan is 16-hour fast, a Tiger 16, in short, yes, I can think of a couple of things you could have, but let's keep it that would cause it not to be Tiger, because Tiger's about the meal plan. But since we're doing it's called Tiger Step, just for simplicity, there's nothing really bad on that meal plan. So yeah, I would call it Tiger 16. I appreciate you too, Jennifer. I love y'all so much. I look forward to our next class. I'll be back live a lot more than 3 times a week in February, but we've got big things coming, big launches coming in February and March for our members. We've been working hard late December, and we usually take January to work hard on developments, getting ready for that spring and summer season. So we've got a lot of new things, new features, new code, a lot of cool stuff that we're trying to get ready and launch, and some master classes that we're trying to get ready to launch. So I expect to be back with much more frequency live next month, Lord willing. But next week we will be meeting Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at noon. Don't hesitate to reach out to a mentor or us at Shibboleth, info@myshibboleth.com. Your success, you feeling better, it's of the utmost importance to us. info@myshibboleth.com if you need help. My inbox is full. If you're waiting on me, please don't. There's no way I can keep up with it. But we got a great team that helps me keep up with it. So email them info@myshibboleth.com if I'm missing something. Joni's excellent. We got a great team. Will the step challenge be offered for more dates in the future? April, I plan on, with very few exceptions. I've got a couple of travel dates. I won't be doing it. I won't be doing it with you on those travel dates. But yes, I intend on offering Tiger Step Challenge with much frequency this year. We're tired of using the 2 years of COVID really set Shibboleth back. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I don't want to hear about COVID. Don't want to talk about COVID. I'm not interested. So it is what it is. And so I'm getting back on track with everything that the Lord will let me. So I look forward to doing those Tiger Step Challenges all year long with you. Just keep an eye on the challenge tab and you'll see more and more of those pop up where you can. I'd like to get them in sync where they start on a Monday through Sunday, and I'm about to do that where, we started this one several days you could get started. We'll start doing it where it's about almost like every Monday, so I can kind of get in sync with everybody doing them, because the T-scription there is to get 100,000 steps in 7 days or be working towards it. Yeah, we'll do that on Monday. Just keep an eye on those things and make sure that you're on my text notification system. I try not to bug you too much, but that's how I let you know when we got new orientations or new challenges, etc. I think you can go to travis.live. I think that's where, I have to remember so many links. Travis.live, I believe, is where you sign up for my text. Okay, y'all, I'll see you next time. God bless you. Have a perfect day. Take one day at a time, and remember, give God the praise for all the good things every day. God is so good to us. Let God order your steps this year, and we all going to be blessed and highly favored. Thank y'all. God bless you.